Hey yo, what is up? What is up? Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, I got my Christmas decorations up. I'm all decked out. I got red and green, and then the blue Christmas hat, and this. Yeah, I'm very jolly today. I don't know what to do. Actually, wait a second. So in case you don't know, before I started this series, I would do Christmas specials where I'd review the Rudolph films. And well, I did all the movies, but there's still this shit.
So it's basically just this shit for like the whole game. You have to play as 5 different characters, but they all basically have the same thing.
Merry Christmas. You're probably wondering, DPX, the video's already like done, right? Come on, it can't just be like that. Well, you see, I bought that game for like $5, but I bought it and I didn't want it to go to waste, so I just included it in this video. There is a movie that I stumbled across, and it's called Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Now this is actually based off of a song with the same name. I listened to the song. I'm not gonna play it because copyright. You're making that song into a movie. You know, I'm excited here. This is a weird movie. If you look on IMDb, and it has only 2 critic reviews and 42 user reviews. That's odd. But then you take a look at, you know, the Wikipedia page. It says it was released on October 31st, 2000. They got this movie out on Halloween. And it was also directed by Phil Roman. In case you don't know, he directed a lot of Garfield movies. So, yeah, this is a strange movie. I'm assuming watching the movie, though, ain't gonna be anything too strange. Right? Alright, without further ado, I'm just gonna say this right now. I think I have something to say about every single second of this movie, so without further ado, let's stop yapping around, and let's get into Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Holy shit, Elmo narrated this movie?
It's the Christmas season, a time for telling colorful holiday stories.
What kind of mic quality is this? We just started, bro.
Why yes, 'tis the season to have awful mic quality.
My favorite story of all time is about my grandma. She had this encounter with a reindeer.
Grandpa, we believe.
Yep, that happens. That sure happens.
So that's how the movie starts? Strap yourselves in.
And as incredible as that was, it almost put an end to Christmas.
I would love to know how that's possible. So pretty much, this narrator is the grandson of, well, Grandma. His name is Jake, and claims that his grandma's store is the busiest place for the Christmas season.
That's right, Grandma's fucking independently owned store is the busiest place at Christmas.
So now we get introduced to fucking Daphne from Scooby-Doo here, and basically, she's just a huge bitch who accuses this random customer for shoplifting, cause, I guess we need an antagonist for this fucking movie.
Also, one weird thing is that everyone, and I mean everyone in this movie, everybody, okay? Everyone calls Grandma Grandma. I get her grandchildren calling her Grandma because that's her grandchildren. But everyone calls her that. Even people that aren't her grandchildren. Even people that aren't even related to her. God, we're like only 2 minutes into the fucking movie.
You see, look around you. We are rich. Money? I'd say we make enough.
Enough? Enough is never enough.
Alright, 2 things. 1, what? And 2, you know, I think we got off on the wrong foot. How about, let me just start by asking, who are you? Why are you here? What the fuck is your problem? Think you can answer those for me?
So now we go to the family's home, and this happens.
A computer nerd who still believes in Santa Claus. You're so reality challenged.
Daphne, stop teasing your brother.
He started it.
No, he really didn't. Also, wait, what was her name again?
Daphne, stop teasing your brother.
Wait a minute.
So now we get introduced to fucking Daphne from Scooby-Doo here.
Well, shit, I can't call her Daphne from Scooby-Doo anymore.
Tell her, Mom. Santa Claus is real.
Historically, there was a Saint Nick who, with a loving heart, filled children's shoes with gifts of all sorts.
Dad, is Santa Claus real?
Huh? What your mother said.
Yeah, what she said, I don't fucking know. I wasn't listening.
So the father brings home an inflatable Christmas tree. I guess they can't afford an actual Christmas tree, although they kinda established that they're pretty wealthy at first. Whatever. Also, why does the tree look like this? You know, on the top? I'll leave it at that. So now Grandpa comes in and is like, hey guys, I'm in this movie too. And deflates the inflatable Christmas tree by kicking it.
Just so you guys know, this is seconds after they just put up the Christmas tree, the inflatable Christmas tree. And one geriatric kick can deflate the whole thing. Either they got a shitty inflatable Christmas tree, or, hear me out, the writers don't know how inflatables work.
So we cut away from that, and look, I'm just gonna tell you now, it never comes up again, so what was the point of this?
Excuse me, I'm...
Austin Bucks, CEO of the Cityville Own All Corporation.
Oh my god? Really? What's that?
Say, you wouldn't happen to have an extra elf costume I could wear?
Nope, sorry, but there's a troll costume.
Well, Grandma Elfenheimer.
Mr. Austin Troll Bucks. I don't suppose you're dressed that way to read Billy Goat's Gruff to the kids.
That's not a troll. That's just an elf costume with a giant nose. Well, what's wrong with you?
So basically the CEO guy who is dressed as an elf but thinks it's a troll wants to buy the store because, well, do we need to know? Also, he says this.
People are too busy to think about Christmas. With their cellular phones and fax machines, email...
So this movie came out in 2000. That was before cell phones took over the world, like how boomers like to say they do today. Did you predict the future? Also, I've had to say so much shit already. We're still less than 10 minutes into the fucking movie. Oh my god. Oh my god.
So Jake convinces Grandma not to sell the store. Great. And I should care because...
I'd tell you to put a cork in it, you greedy money grubber. But Grandma shouldn't talk that way.
You see, I would say that you are a horribly insufferable bitch who needs to fuck off forever, but I'm not gonna say that.
So now we get this weird montage. Hey, look at me, I am just standing here. Ow. It says beef jerky, but it actually says beef janky. This is so stupid. So now that faithful moment is about to happen, and look, talking about it can't do it justice.
Undone her! Unblitzen! From our house Christmas Eve.
Watch out!
You can say there's no such thing as Santa.
Well, do you think I have anything to say?
So now Jake goes around telling his family that Grandma just got fucking impaled by a reindeer, and of course, nobody believes him.
Her son suffers from a dreaded affliction.
What affliction?
The Santa Claus is real syndrome. He's got all the symptoms. Writing lists to Santa, checking them twice, good behavior.
That's right, if you are well behaved, you're showing signs of a disease. Normally, people are dicks. So we could skip over most of the rest of this part, except one cop has probably the fakest accent I have ever heard. Ever.
We got a code 1225, Santa Claus is real syndrome family dispute. what appears to be an impression of a person in the snow. Look there. But how do we know it's Grandma? Oh, what do you make of this?
Holy shit, why was this allowed in this movie? You know, actually, I do talk like this. I don't know how to do accents, so I'm just gonna talk like this. Oh my god.
So they go searching for Grandma for almost a year. And, well...
Grandma's picture on milk cartons. Nothing helped.
Yeah, I think I know why that doesn't help. You see, you just say Grandma on the fucking missing thing. Even though... Really, that doesn't help at all.
So basically, we learn that this entire family revolves around Grandma. Nobody is going to the store because Grandma isn't there. Everyone is also wearing black as if it's a funeral, although you only wear black for the funeral, you don't always gotta do oh, whatever. So now we get Cousin Mel, aka Daphne from Scooby-Doo, and she wants to trick Grandpa into selling the store to her. And now Grandpa bursts into song.
Grandma spending Christmas with the superstars.
Oh, what is this movie? Why is Grandpa a fucking Elvis impersonator? What's happening?
So now Jake starts a search for Grandma while Cousin Mel and her attorney are trying to buy the store. Still.
You're right, Doofus. We can't give up.
You named your dog Doofus. Guys, this is a real movie.
Look, Doofus, it's not as simple as adding Find Grandma to my Christmas list and emailing it to Santa Claus. Wait. Doofus, you're a genius!
Oh, come on, Doofus, you fucking idiot. You can't just write to Santa asking him to bring back Grandma. Wait a minute, I have an idea. Let's write to Santa asking him to bring back Grandma.
To Santa Claus at santaclausisreal.com.
Santa's email is Santa at santaclausisreal.com. Was that a challenge?
Santa at santaclausisreal.com. Hi, Santa. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing well. You weren't wondering about me, though. According to the movie, Grandma got run over by a reindeer. This is your email address. I just wanna write to you asking if you are aware that this is your email, and also to subscribe to DPX Solo on YouTube. Sincerely, DPX Solo. Merry Christmas!
Alright, you should get back to me sooner rather than later.
Send.
I seriously doubt that's how sending email works, but whatever. So as it turns out, Grandma is stuck at the North Pole with Santa and has amnesia. 'Cause of course she does. Also, just listen to Santa's voice.
Classic case of amnesia. Can't remember a thing. The Christmas lights are on, but nobody's home.
You know, I'm just the geriatric version of Santa Claus. I'm sorry. Why does he sound like that?
So after all that, Quincy, yes, this elf is named Quincy, goes to find Jake and bring him to the North Pole.
Nothing weird about that.
So Jake finds Grandma and she doesn't remember him because she has fucking amnesia. They go back and forth a bit, and now they come back to their town.
Cousin Mel wasn't about to give up easily.
You just make sure Grandma stays missing.
Hey, come back!
Grandma Spankenheimer? Yes, they sent me down to get you. Now, if you'll just follow me, Sure, sweetie.
Look, I just didn't bother explaining that one, alright?
I was making my usual rounds. On Donner! On Dasher! Something made my reindeer go waha!
Waha!
I'm terribly sorry. I don't know what got into those reindeer.
Wow, Santa must be really sorry for Grandma. So sorry that he's clearly not looking directly at her at all.
Oh, I better get you medical attention.
Which is exactly why we're taking her to our workshop instead of the ER and keeping her there for a year.
So of course she was welcome to stay at the North Pole until she felt better. We've got great medical care, every therapy and treatment imaginable.
Which is exactly why we've kept her for a year.
Grandma! We couldn't find her anywhere. She's missing again.
Since Grandma is nowhere to be found, and the man in the red suit here admitted he ran over her, I demand that you have Santa arrested for the disappearance of Grandma.
No!
The news that Santa had been arrested for the disappearance of Grandma was a shock, especially to Mrs. Claus.
What?
We just need to keep her out of sight long enough for the jury to find Santa Claus guilty of her disappearance.
And then we sue him for all that money.
You're gonna sue him?
Your share as Grandpa's financial advisor is... woof.
Woof!
No, that's actually not a number. Can you tell... Oh, wait, what? What's happening?
What am I watching?
They just arrest Santa, plan to sue him, and now they're singing about arresting and suing him. What is this?
I'm at the courthouse where the...
Now there are protesters? Oh my god!
It's already December, and after weeks...
I can't take this. I gotta stop watching. But I'm thorough.
Also, I love these signs and how they say ho ho hoax and free Santa, but when it zooms in on the reporter, the ho ho hoax sign disappears.
District Attorney Hartung is making his impassioned summation.
Oh my god, this can't be real. Look at the stands! Look at them! That's not what a courtroom looks like. Everyone sits on top of each other? Oh my god, I think there's something wrong with every frame of this movie.
Also, just look at these character designs.
I'm genuinely asking here. Am I supposed to be taking this movie seriously?
So yeah, some other shit happens. Jake and the family decide to find Grandma again and go to the courtroom, and then it becomes a fucking courtroom drama. But before that, Jake takes Grandma to the store and Grandma's memory comes back. And then we're back to the courtroom.
Santa's innocent. I'm Grandma, and I'm not missing. I'm right here.
That woman is a fraud. Grandma doesn't know who she is.
Since Grandma isn't missing, I hereby rule that Santa Claus is innocent of causing her disappearance.
Well, Judge, I get we're supposed to be rooting for Santa here, but just because he's here and Grandma's here doesn't mean that he's not held accountable for Grandma's disappearance. You know, Grandma still disappeared, you fucking level 99 moron.
So the rest of this courtroom bullshit is probably what you expect. Jake basically clears Santa's name, Mel confesses and admits that she just wants to be a complete bitch and wants nobody to be happy.
Why exactly? Good question. You know what would have been interesting is if we got to see a bit of her backstory, and maybe she has like an inhibitor chip in her brain, which makes her become a complete bitch. See, that would be a bold direction to go in.
Some other stuff happens, but before the movie ends, they just had to have something else in the movie for me to mention. Just watch.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh no! Reindeer nip! Not again!
Grandma got run.
You were so close. The movie was over. The movie was over. But you couldn't leave it there. You had to just end on that shit. So, in conclusion, I guess To sum up my thoughts on this movie, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer is a movie that was made with a director, voice actors, writers, producers. It was distributed and published by a production company, or publishing company, fuck you. And it was distributed and aired on TV, and people could watch it. This movie exists. I am actually, like, I'm at a loss for words. That was something. What do I say about this movie? It's not even an hour long, and I feel like I had something to say about every fucking frame. Well, what I can't say is Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, even though Hanukkah ended like weeks ago, but Happy Holidays.